For all of you guys waiting for your student visas, the wait is finally over. Now, finally, as of today, visa slots are open. But who are these open for? Whether it's a student visa, business visas, and what exactly is going on, and how to solve some portal errors, issues that you may be facing. We're going to be discussing all of that in this video. First, let's talk about student visas and their dependents, so that's FMJ visa types. Fall student visa season is now ongoing. As you can see, slots are available for almost every location for the months of May, June, July. Hence, you can just go ahead, log into the portal and book them right now. As I promised you, and I have been promised you for the last 5 years, whenever they open up, I will give you updates on my story. So this year as well, I updated you guys on my story multiple times that you could go ahead and book these slots. I know a lot of refused candidates, previously refused, who were refused in the last 1 year, are facing issues. Some of them have been able to actually get these slots, and we are also working with quite some refused candidates. For some of the candidates, the slots are showing. For many of them, they are still not showing, or they're showing for later dates such as September, October. So please keep in mind that you may have to wait a little bit more if you're a refused candidate. However, for many of you guys, slots are being booked as well. I think personally that it depends on the time that you got rejected. So, depending on when you got rejected, you're basically starting to see slots slowly and slowly. During this major opening, we booked more than 1,000 plus slots in the first 7 to 8 hours of opening. To be honest, the team was working very hard all night, and you could see slots like this were booked all night, and by the morning almost everyone was done. For some reason, in case you've been unfortunate, you're not able to move forward and things are not working out, you're not able to get your appointment, you're worried about a visa rejection, you can reach out to me on the number in description, and we can also help you with mock interviews in case that is something you'd be interested in. Let's talk about the business and tourism visas before we talk about the errors on the portal. Business and tourism visas, B1, B2, you guys are somehow still at the bottom of the pile. This visa is still the lowest priority visa for the US apparently, and the slots in terms of a major opening, it has not happened in the last 6 months. There is also no particular news on openings, hence it is very, very important that you guys continue to monitor 24/7 for those minor openings where the slots sometimes open up just 2 or 3 appointments randomly in certain locations. However, by default, if you check right now, you will see that there will be appointments of 2025, late 2025 showing, and no one wants an appointment 1.5 years in advance. Hence, I know most of you guys are still waiting. Again, if you need help, the number is in the description. You can reach out to me on WhatsApp. Talking about the 5 most common errors on the portal. Let's start with the number 1 issue that you guys face, and that is the waiting room. Getting through the waiting room is difficult. Understand this, you don't want to refresh. You may ask me why. The answer is this. Understand that the waiting room is sort of like a long line of people essentially waiting one behind the other. As soon as you open up the page, you are put at the end of the line. Now, from the front part of the line, people are going into the website slowly and able to book their slots. But what happens is when you're in the waiting room, you're at the end, right? And there's more and more people coming behind you as well. As soon as you refresh, you get put at the very end of the waiting room all over again. That means that refreshing means you're just getting out of the line, going back at the very end and just starting all over again, which doesn't seem to make sense. Now, at the same time, understand that VPNs also will not help in such a case to bypass the waiting room, simply because even if you use a VPN, you're still getting to the end of the line and you just have to wait. We do have some algorithms in testing to bypass the waiting room. Unfortunately, those are not finalized and they will be used only for the clients that we are working with for now. So I won't be able to give out further information, but we will keep you updated as to what can be done in the future to make sure that you don't have to face long wait times. Again, if you're a client enrolled in the visa application help, we'll be doing it anyway for you. You don't need to worry about the waiting room issue at all. The second most common issue that you will see is no slots available. Now, this may not be happening right now, but people know that this was happening a couple of days back, and I know once this opening finishes up, you will start facing this issue again. So understand this. You need a set of 2 slots. One is VAC, which is biometrics, and the second one is consular, where you actually do the face-to-face interview with the officer. So you need these 2 slots within a particular duration, within a couple of weeks, max to max. It cannot be that one slot is right now and the other one is 5 months later. No, that is not how the website works. Hence, if there's no slot that is a consular slot essentially within the vicinity of the VAC, you will see this issue, and this is a very common one. Number 3, blocked error. If you see this blocked error, it's very simple to solve it. You don't need to refresh, you just go ahead and you start using a VPN, set a different location, start working again. The website will work. Number 4, maximum price exceeded. This error means that you've been trying to access the website again and again and again. You refreshed a bit too much and they don't want you accessing the website. This issue can last from just about 5 minutes to 72 hours. That means there can be some major openings that can go away within this timeline. Hence, please make sure that you don't really refresh too much, otherwise you're gonna face this one. Of course, just to clarify, there is no other solution but to wait. The final issue, number 5, timeout error. This happens when there's too many people on the website. They're trying to access a page. You're probably in the waiting room, then you go to the timeout, then waiting room timeout. But at the end of the day, when this timeout error comes, you should certainly very well refresh the page, because otherwise you're just waiting for nothing. Those were the most common errors we're facing on the portals, and of course the latest updates about the visas. I hope that this video helps, and if you need any further help, you know where to reach me. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best.